yeah, by 2001 it was colossal.
But at no point had it ever been advertised as such.
It had never been advertised as such, no.
No, it's just all word of mouth. So by 2001, Miott had been writing this magazine called the Internet magazine.
So you can get that later.
Yeah, and this was the 2001 Dragonfest special. So this is when we really started to kind of.
We realised we had to manage these these huge numbers of people who were coming to somewhere along the line, and also give them give ourselves, I think, some kind of identity that made it feel like people weren't coming just to anywhere to have a free party. They were coming to Cigarrones to have a free party. So this was further created this divide, I think, between the community, because some of us we're going, this is where we live and we're really proud of it, we want to show it off. So come and have a look and celebrate it with us, you know.
And others
were completely against that. Others felt like they'd been inundated by lots of disrespect, you know. Basically small disrespectful incidents got blown out of proportion, obviously these things do, and there was a very negative element from half of the community. So we're on 2001 now, and people had started arriving early. We just knew it was going to be massive. You know, there was already a lot of people on site through the winter, and they were getting all their friends coming. And
do you remember it also on the way in the year 2000? We were still kind of talking about it as a community, and then the festival arrived and it just happened.
That's right, yeah.
In 2001, that's when we carried on the meetings, and then one set of people walked out, and that was the point at which the communication broke down, which was a shame.
That's right, yeah.
So that was the kind of lead up to 2001, but those who were into it, it created a huge buzz. So tell us a little bit about the magazine and the funding you got from the town.
The magazine, I just thought, we ought to be telling people about, what we thought, the opinions, basically, the whole idea about the Dragonfest special was to get the townsfolk and see who was into it and who wasn't, and they very definitely were. This event was bringing a lot of money to the town, and they really wanted it. There's no question. So I got them all. Well, not them all, but I got a huge selection of the town businesses to advertise and donate money to the festival. To make it happen, to make it more organised, to make it whatever. They really wanted it. It was creating a stir. So told everyone where to go, drew them a little map of Orgiva, and I think it worked really well. It was a huge response, And we
got the list in the middle, with the lineup. But by that time, there was a lot of bands wanting to come and play.
Yeah, so as you can see, we had a whole lot, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There was a whole lot of bands playing. It was creating a big stir, and it was starting to cause. There was people from the townsfolk suddenly very interested, wasn't it? Mm. So we had townsfolk coming down to check it out, in their townsfolk finery, coming to check it out and being blown away by the fact that there's great music going on.
I think also
everything going on.
By this time, as it became big, people realised as part of the festival that anybody could come and do anything. So people could come up and set their own stages up, or they could come and set their own bars up, or whatever. That was all part of the thing about the festival. It never had any rules or regulations or anything. So it was a free festival in all its libre gratis, as they say here. So basically, anybody could come to the festival and do anything, and it didn't cost anybody anything. So obviously a lot of people came.
Clearly. Yeah, a lot of people came.
How many people came in 2001?
In 2001, I would say there was 15,000.
No. I wouldn't say that. This is one of those where there's always disputes with the figures. I didn't get that big till.
But the most people on the ground, I'd have thought, I don't know, maybe 10,000. But what happened as well on the 2001, on the Saturday night, oh my God, we had all of the Andalusian rave scene turn up. We had people from Malaga, from Granada, from Almeria, and the numbers just went woof. swelled like enormously on
Yes.
Saturday. Remember?
Yeah.
On the
That's
Saturday
true.
night,
Yes, on
it
the
wasn't.
Saturday
It wasn't like the whole festival was like massive, but on the Saturday night, it dipped until like Sunday, and then it started drifting up again. It was huge.
Well, that was it was also because there were loads and loads of city folk arriving.
There was loads of city
In all
folk
their
arriving.
gear, right into the riverbank.
That's right,
So there's a lot of Spanish, rave kids, club kids. They all came from Granada, Seville, quite a long way. So
First time we realised we were dealing with thousands of townies, town folk.
So this is when
First time some of them probably been out in the campo. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Running
then,
around free. Hey, let's get naked and run around wild.
so by this time it actually got in the papers. So this was Ideal, the local Granada newspaper, and that claimed 6,000 hippies from all around the world uniting Orgiva.
Yeah.
Sorry, just say that again. Sorry, just every time they go into the book, don't even
okay.
follow it at all. Just
Right.
stay on their two faces,
Right.
because we'll get that close
Nothing
up.
wrong about it. You know, it was just, there was a lot of beautiful things going on, and there was a lot of great music and talent, and it was quite difficult to knock in lots of ways. I mean, you could knock people's lifestyle and how they looked and how they whatever, but the actual event itself had a thing going. It was just people
if you
taking
didn't-
responsibility.
But the problem is if the authorities don't like that kind of anarchic spirit working, then you have a problem.
Yes, we did have a problem.
Exactly.
Basically because the dragon was working, I think.
It was working and it lit the spirit of anarchy in a beautiful way,
Yeah.
and the authorities didn't like it,
Yeah.
and some of the neighbours, and that takes us to
Yeah, but
2000.
they clearly had issues because it was making a lot of money for the town as well.
Yes, it wasn't a one-sided thing.
There was a lot of things for people to consider.
Essentially, the old fascists didn't like it. It freaked them out. And we didn't understand completely why until 2003. And it was the mayor at the time was called Adolfo, and he was the last mayor under Franco. So he was a proper fascist mayor, and he was brought back in by the PP. And he personally hated the dragon. And
We did go visit him on a couple of occasions, on 3 occasions in fact.
well, this was after he banned it.
Yes, after he banned it, yeah.
Or before he banned it. Anyway, that's another story. Do you want to carry on doing this, or do you want to?
Is that
I know we got to 2001,
Is that still 2001?
No, we're now back to come
No.
to 2002. The build up to 2002.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll stop. Shall we?
You want to stop and then?
Yeah, because 2002.
Cut there.